Hey, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing my skincare routine on camera, and I'm also going to be talking through some of my skincare favorites. There are a lot of factors when it comes to skin. Number one is genetics. You either are, blessed with good skin, or you inherit certain things from your family. There are certain skincare problems that can't be fixed just through products. And that can't be fixed through diet. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to realize when they're looking for this like model skin or glass skin. So certain things aren't achievable, but today I'm just going to talk through some products that I like, things that work for me. My skin is like normal to dry. My biggest problems are discoloration, so like darkness around my eyes, redness in my cheeks, and some larger pores in like my inner cheek and nose area. And again, those things are genetic, they're inherited, they're not something that I'll ever be able to completely fix with skincare, but there are certain steps that you can take to make those things a little bit less apparent. So also I just want to touch on diet. I don't eat dairy, which has made a huge impact in my skin. I think I cut out dairy about probably 3 years ago now, and I found that was reducing a lot of breakouts. I used to get jawline breakouts, and I would get breakouts in the center of my forehead. I would also get breakouts on my upper arms. I do have eczema on my body, not on my face anymore, but I did when I was a kid. So those are just like some little added things. Diet has a huge impact on your skin. If you're eating super greasy foods, high sodium foods, if you're eating a lot of dairy, that can definitely impact your skin as well. So the first product that I'm going to touch on is a makeup remover. I'm going to go through this in like the steps that I would take when I'm doing my skincare. So the first one is Bioderma. This is the only makeup remover that I use probably for the last, I would say 3 or 4 years. I find this is oil-free. Don't have to rinse it after. You can also use it on like no makeup days, no skincare days, when you just need to like give the skin a light cleanse. But I definitely like this product. I will, if I'm removing my makeup, I don't typically use cotton rounds, but I don't have any microfiber pads in front of me right now, like they're all in the wash. So what I'll do is I'll saturate. I don't have any makeup on right now, so I'm not going to actually do this step, but I'll saturate 2 cotton pads, let them soak on my eyes. It removes all eyelash glue, waterproof eyeliner, anything like that. I'll just give like a gentle rub, and then I'll do the rest of my face. And then I will move on to cleanser. So the first cleanser I'm going to talk about is the Youth to the People Superfood Face Wash. I mentioned this in my current favorites video. I've been using this for a few months now. I saw this, I think, first on Sam Ravindall's channel and then Alana Davison, and it's just a really good staple face wash. It's not drying. It doesn't do the best job at removing makeup, which is why I always go in with a makeup remover first. But it doesn't strip my skin. My skin always feels super clean without feeling tight, and I think this is just really nice and gentle. The fragrance is really nice and light and fresh, and also I don't go through a ton of it. I like that it has a pump. At the pump, it's a little bit more sanitary, so I do really like this product. And this is the one that I'm actually going to use right now. So I have like a bowl of water in front of me because I'm sitting on my kitchen floor, not in my bathroom, because my bathroom has terrible lighting. So I'll just go in and wet my face first. And I don't typically use washcloths or anything like that. I find that they can over exfoliate my skin. My skin is a little bit sensitive. And then I'll take just a small amount. This is if I have like no makeup on. Work it into my hands and then just massage it into my face. Kind of circulating everything, pulling up and also down my neck. And then I'll just, this is super awkward to do without a sink, but, and I'm just getting water everywhere. That's awesome. Then I will pat dry with a towel. And if I did have makeup on, this would be a good judge of how well the cleanser is working. I try to use a white towel so I can see like what's left on my skin. And then I am just gonna touch on another cleanser. This is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. So I'll use this in the morning. I don't always wash my face in the morning. It just depends on how my skin is feeling. If I feel that I'm a little bit dry, I'll likely avoid washing my face again in the morning, and I'll just maybe use a toner and apply moisturizer. This is like empty. I think this is the second bottle that I've gone through. I also really like to use this before makeup application, just to freshen up my skin. The next thing I'm going to talk about are toners. So I have two from Ole Henriksen. This one I've been using for about 6 months. I use this one in the daytime, and I use this one at night. Now, I don't use this one every day, just because this is for balancing. I do get a little bit oilier through the center of my face, but more so in the summer because it's been dry this winter. I haven't been using this as much, but I will use this in the daytime. And I find that this kind of, not that I get a lot of breakouts, which I'm very lucky that way, but this will kind of nip breakouts in the bud. This is the Balancing Force Oil Control Toner with neem seed oil, salicylic acid, and AHAs. And then this is the one I use at night. This is the Glow2oh Dark Spot Toner. I've been using this one for about 2 months now. And I apply toners just with my hands. I'll put a few drops in my palms and just work it into my hands first, and then press into the face as opposed to using cotton and wiping. I find that that can be a little bit stripping for the skin, and also I don't like the waste that I create using that much cotton. And I'll push this into my neck as well. I found this one has made a big difference. I did have some acne scarring on my cheeks, and like I said before, some discoloration, redness, and things like that. And I find this really gives my skin like a brighter appearance, and kind of like that clean canvas look. And this one has AHAs as well. This one is high potency, and I guess it doesn't have any product information. With something like this, this is helping with cell turnover, so you want to be careful, and you definitely want to be using a sunscreen when you're using products like this. This is the Highly Nourishing Cream from Deew. I also mentioned this in my current favorites video, but this one absorbs super quickly into the skin. It has kind of a fatty texture, if that makes any sense. So my skin feels super plump after I use it. And again, I kind of wipe it into the skin first, and then I'll just use my palms to press and help it absorb a little bit quicker. So that is the moisturizer that I've been using. I'm also a big fan of the, I think it's the Caudalie Vine Expert Sorbet. But I am out of that one at the moment. I've just been using this one. I try to use up one product at a time. I didn't used to be very good at that, but now I'm trying to move into like a less wasteful space. So I try to completely finish products before I try anything new. Also for moisturizer, I will use this one I use at night. And I'll use this under moisturizer. So this is the Fresh Seaberry Moisturizing Face Oil. I tend to use this one more in the winter when my skin is drier. It's not as necessary in the summer, for me at least. But I find that adding any kind of face oil, doesn't have to be this one. This one has a ridiculous price tag, which is really annoying because it is a super nice product and I do really like it. I've been using this for about a year and I still have about half of it. So that just goes to show how little you need. I probably use 1 to 2 drops. And again, I'll do the same thing, work it into my hands, push it into my face, and then I'll probably give it a couple minutes and then follow it with moisturizer. So I do cleanser, toner, oil, moisturizer, unless I just skip right to moisturizer. And now I have just a couple extra products. So that's my normal like nighttime skincare routine. My daytime skincare routine varies a little bit. Like I said, I don't always wash my face in the morning. I don't always use a toner. And obviously I would be using a sunscreen during the day. I don't have a sunscreen in front of me right now because I'm actually out right now, but the sunscreen that I use is the Bioderma Photoderm. It's in like a yellow tube, and that's face safe, and I believe it's an SPF 50. This is the exfoliant that I use if I do exfoliate. I don't use a physical exfoliant anymore because when you're using a physical exfoliant, by that I mean something with like a grain in it, a sand, anything like that, you can cause micro tears in the skin, and that makes your skin more susceptible to things like sun damage, scarring, all things that you don't really want. So when I'm using an exfoliator, I like to use a peel, something like this. Also, I know Peter Thomas Roth does a peel. This one is the Body Shop Vitamin C Glow Revealing Peel with vitamin C rich camu. Basically it comes out like a jelly. I probably use like a dime size amount. I won't work it into my hands. I'll kind of swipe it over the face and then I'll massage it in. This is one of those products that's gonna peel the top layer of skin, so you'll find the dead skin actually rolling off. And I really like this one. It's gentle. I've never had any redness, any kind of reaction to it, but I know there are lots of products like this on the market right now. This is just what I like to use when I exfoliate. And I probably use this once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm feeling like my skin really needs it. And I'll always do this step at night, never during the day. For masks, I don't have the full-size one right now. This is my favorite mask. It is the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Gel Mask Extreme Detoxifying Hydrator. Refreshing, cooling, moisturizing, calming gel helps soothe dry, irritated skin with extracts of cucumber, papaya, chamomile, pineapple, sugar, maple, sugarcane, orange, bilberry, and aloe. Okay, super long name. I think it's just the Cucumber Gel Mask. But this one, I think it recommends that you leave it on for 10 minutes. I will use this up to like 4 or 5 times a week, especially in the summer. It's great for sunburn. Also, it's great if you're hungover. It really like wakes up your skin. But this one is just really nice because it doesn't leave any kind of, like, you don't feel dry after you use it. You feel nice and hydrated. It's not one of those hydrating products that's going to leave your skin feeling heavy. I find that sometimes super heavy moisturizers or moisturizing masks can leave my skin feeling kind of clogged. This is still very light, but it does the job. I leave this on probably for 20 to 30 minutes. But I mean, you could just leave it on for the 10 if you feel like you need that. Also, sometimes I won't put it on my whole face. I'll just dab it under my eyes and leave that on for about 10-15 minutes. And that also really helps wake up your skin. So I really like this one. So this is for if I do get the odd breakout or if I feel like my skin is clogged in any areas. This is the Saje Natural Wellness Zap Oil Blend. And this has lavender, tea tree, chamomile, patchouli, eucalyptus, myrtle, and white thyme. It just has like a little roller ball. Comes out like that, and I will just use this to kind of spot treat any areas where I have maybe more clogged skin. So right now, I guess I should have zoomed in sooner so you can actually see what my skin looks like, but I'll always roll it onto the back of my hand first and get a little bit of product out, just because I find it more sanitary than like putting it on broken or affected skin. So I'll just tap it with my finger and then tap it onto any areas that maybe need it a little bit more. And this isn't a product that I use all the time. This is, like I said, a spot treatment. As you can see, my skin isn't perfect. Like you can, oh, that's way too bright, holy. You can see color, you can see texture, you can see, you know, some of that acne scarring. I think that's something that you need to keep in mind. Pictures don't show real skin texture like 90% of the time. That's why I wanted to make sure that I was filming this in focus, filming this in natural light so you could actually see my skin. I don't always use an eye cream, just because I've had a hard time. I don't have like one that I would recommend off the top of my head. I have an issue with eye creams where if they're too heavy, then I get those little like milia bumps, or they can cause like puffiness under my eyes. So I haven't found an eye cream that I really love yet, but that is something that, you know, is important to have in your routine. I also really like sheet masks in the winter if my skin is feeling dry. The one that I use the most is the Laneige, it's the vitamin C one. It's in like an orange package. And I also use the Laneige Water Pocket Mask. As far as lip products and lip care go, I rotate that out constantly. I like to use just pure vitamin E on my lips. I also use the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, the original one. Other than that, I think that is it from me. Thank you for watching. I know this is probably, not that I get a lot of video requests, but this would be like my most requested video. It's something that people have been asking for, so hopefully I got out all the information, and that's everything that anyone wanted to know. If you have any other questions about skincare, you can leave them in the comments below. I'm not an expert, but I try to stay on top of it. I a little bit know what I'm talking about, at least when it comes to my skin and my skin type. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.